Hey, welcome back to the FOGO Life. I'm Ron Dimfelmeyer. These are prime New York strip steaks. What we're going to do today is we're going to find out which way we like it seared best. This one is going to be reverse seared and seared on cast iron. This one is going to be reverse seared on live open flames. So we're going to compare the two. Let's cook them up on the big green egg and see what we've got. I'm excited to learn about this. I hope you are too. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to season these both the same exact way. We want really good results. So today we're going to use Big Green Egg's Classic Steakhouse seasoning. Now we're going to season both sides. Okay, I like to season them generously. It's a prime grade cut, so you can get away with just doing one side. All right, I know some people like to do that. All right, I'm going to pat it in, flip them over, and get the other side. Lots of flavor, lots of flavor. Look at that nice, pat it in. Don't be afraid to pat it in, okay? It's gonna let that stick better. We're also gonna hit the sides. Now that's gonna be the cool part. I like to hit everything. So when I season my steaks, I even do the sides. Pat it with love, and there we go. We'll add a little more, what do you think? There we go. Now, all we gotta do is put these on the grill, and we're ready to go. The nice part about FOGO Charcoal is that this actually works. Woo! First shot, baby, first shot. Okay, so for our steaks, we're gonna use a two-tiered cooking system. If you look, this side is gonna be for the reverse sear. We're gonna set it up here to roast, then down here below we have a cast iron plate, and then we have a regular grill here. So let's take out the expander system in the Big Green Egg. Fill this baby up. All right, fill this baby. So what I like to do, I like to fill it up. Okay, some people don't like to. I like to put a bunch of charcoal in there. I'd rather have too much than too little. Okay, now the coals are lit, and this is an important step, okay? You wanna put this back in, and you wanna heat this up with your grill, okay? Because if you get the grill to your temperature that you want, and then you put this in, you're gonna cool it right down. So if you heat it up with the grill, then when you're ready to, when it's at your temperature, you can just put your meats or whatever you're cooking right onto the grill. So let's let this baby heat up. We'll come back in just a couple minutes. So we got our grill up to about 275 degrees, which is where I like to reverse sear at. Now, the steaks, when we seasoned them, we let them sit out for about a half hour, seasoned and getting to room temperature. It makes for a much more even cook, and it allows the juices to come out of the steak, grab that seasoning, and then soak back into the steak for maximum flavoritude. All right, so let's go ahead and put these on. We're gonna put them on the indirect side, okay? We're gonna start with the first one, set it indirect. And grab that second one. Ooh-wee! Yeah, baby. Okay, it's searing time. This is my favorite part. The flames, the fire, the smoke, the sizzle. It's the sizzle that sells the steak, folks. So, we got these, we cooked them to 115. We got our fire going nice and hot on both sides. We got a cast iron on one side, and we got hot flames on the other side. Which one do you think is gonna be better, okay? Let's get ready. Here we go. Now, you wanna sear these for about 1 minute per side, all right? You don't wanna let them go too much. If you cook them too long, you're gonna start cooking the steak. We're just trying to build a crust on the outside. Can you smell it? Oh man, that smells so good. I wish you guys could smell this. Okay, we got about a minute. Flip them. Oh yeah, look at that beautiful char. Woo! Okay, so our cast iron was not as hot as we would like it to be. Folks, it's not always perfect, okay? It's just not always perfect. Sometimes we run into little issues. The cast iron was not as hot as I would like it to be. I'm not getting the solid char on it that I really want. That's okay. We're still gonna have a really flavorful steak here. A good tip is when something like that happens, move it around a little bit, hit a new spot. Don't keep putting it back on the same spot, because that's the coolest spot of the grate. So you want to put it onto a new spot and hopefully get some good char on there. All right, then we're gonna let it go. I think that's about good. All right, this is a prime example, guys, of how things, sometimes they don't go exactly the way we want, okay? I'm not gonna edit it out, I'm not gonna change it, because I want you to see that this stuff happens, okay? This one's not as charred as I would like it to be. The cast iron was not as hot as I wanted it to be. Should have tested it. I didn't. I was kind of rushing a little bit, and this is what I got. It's still going to be tasty. It's still going to be flavorful, but it doesn't have quite the char on it that we wanted. So my guess is that the open flame sear is probably going to be the tastier of the two. It's got that nice char on it for the nice flavor. So let's bring it over to the cutting board, and we'll try it out. Okay, so we seared our steaks. Well, we sort of seared our steaks. One's seared, the other one is kind of seared. But let's cut into them, see what we got here, all right? This one was over the live fire. So let's cut that first and let's see what we got here. Ooh-wee. That is pretty. Nice and pink all the way through. Nice char on the outside. Let's cut a couple slices and see what we've got. Now, for our other steak. Here we have the one that was seared, sort of seared on cast iron. Not a great sear, but oh yeah, nice and pink straight through. Okay, you can see both sides of it. Pink straight through. Aren't they pretty? Okay, with side by side action here. Look at that. Which one do you think is going to be better?
Probably the open flame.
The open flame one. My daughter Caitlin, she agrees with me. Okay, so let's we got some slice of this one. Let's cut off a couple more slices of this here.
Oh, I don't know. It's got to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be close. That is. Look at the juice in that thing. It's just so moist. Absolutely beautiful. So, okay. Now, you try that one first. I'll try this one first. Okay. So you got cast iron. I got live fire.
Cheers.
Cheers. We're so fancy. Oh.
That's phenomenal.
Oh my God. That is really good. That is really good. This is mine. Don't eat that, okay? You gotta watch her all the time. No, not that one. All right, you take one of these now.
Oh, that's fantastic.
All right, I'm going for the cast iron. Cheers, darling. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
I'm really surprised at how good that cast iron one is because we didn't get the char on the outside that I wanted. But it's so good. It's tender. It's moist. I mean, it's just, you bite into it and it actually just kind of oozes out water right in your mouth. It's delicious.
They're
Boy, oh
both
boy.
They're both different kinds of good.
Yeah, you're right. It has a little bit different flavor to it. Each different char. That's really good. This is really good. So, when you get the char on here like this, it kind of builds a little bit of what's called an umami flavor. It's a caramelization. It's bringing out the flavor in the steak. That's the advantage to letting it sit with the seasoning on it before you cook it for about at least a half hour. Really important. I'll tell you what, I don't know which one I like better.
It's a tough decision.
Yeah, it's not a good answer, okay? We need something better.
Okay.
All right, so maybe we should try it again. What do you think?
Safe to say.
Safe to say? Okay. I'm going for this one again. Oh, I can just eat the other half of my piece.
I'm going for this one again.
What? Oh, I think we know which one she likes better. We know. Cheers. Oh, God. That is just so good. Really, really good. You know, you got to say, we get the fun. We did the cooking. We did the eating. But there's somebody else who does all the hard work that probably deserves a piece, too.
For sure.
The real thing. Oh, we got the thumbs up. We got the thumbs up. All right. Excellent. Well, listen. No matter how you do it, you're going to have a really tasty steak. These prime steaks are moist, tender. You know, as they sit, you can see now it looks a lot more pink. See now what started to happen here is that as we cooked it, as you're searing it, it starts to get a little cooked on the outside. You don't want to cook it too much. You're not looking to cook it. You're just looking to get the sear marks on the outside of it, okay? You want it nice and pink from coast to coast. It's the whole idea of a reverse sear. So do that. Listen, thanks so much for tuning into the FOGO channel. We really appreciate it. We enjoyed these steaks. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as we did. If you liked it,
hit subscribe. There's a link right here. Like it, comment, subscribe to the channel, okay? And we'll be back next week with another exciting adventure. See you then.